New details now on a suspect accused of leaving an elderly Asian man clinging to life after a robbery. It happened yesterday morning near the intersection of Jane Avenue and Perkins Street in Oakland. That's where we find KPIX 5's Katie Nielsen. Katie, what are we learning tonight?
Liz, Oakland police have not released any additional information, but a law enforcement source tells me the man responsible for this is a 26-year-old from Oakland with a long, violent criminal history. In fact, they say he was actually on probation at the time of this attack because he was charged with a similar violent attack and robbery last June. Now, representatives from Oakland's Chinatown say that a bill currently making its way through the state Senate could, in fact, lead to an increase in these types of crimes.
After they are committing the first one, they may keep coming back to it over and over again, until when they seriously committing crime that will hurt people badly or someone may die.
Carl Chan, president of Oakland's Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, is talking about SB 82, a bill introduced by State Senator Nancy Skinner, who represents the Oakland area. It would only allow charges of petty theft in a case of a robbery where no one is injured and no weapons are used. Chinatown representatives worry it could lead to an increase in crimes of opportunity against the elderly.
We need to consider how this law would affect the people, whether they're committing crime, and especially those victims.
State Senator Skinner released a statement in response saying SB 82 would not lessen penalties that should appropriately be charged against perpetrators who commit violent incidents, such as the one that happened yesterday. The purpose is to clarify state law so that non-violent cases of theft are not charged as violent felonies. Chan says the Chinese community is still reeling from yesterday's attacks and say the victims' daughters are heartbroken.
The family would never expect anything would happen, to the father.
Carl Chan, president of Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, says he's been in contact with the 75-year-old victim's family, his 3 daughters who live back east. They told him their mother died a few years ago, and ever since then, their father has been living alone in an apartment in the same block where the attack happened. They say he would walk in the neighborhood for exercise every morning, and they'd been more worried about him contracting COVID than becoming the victim of a violent robbery, an attack that caused injuries so severe, doctors have declared him brain dead.
The victim is not responsive. I think they have very much a serious decision to be made tonight.
One of the victim's daughters is already here in the Bay Area. The other 2 are going to be flying in at some point today. They will have to make the gut-wrenching decision of whether to take their father off of life support. Liz?
Absolutely heartbreaking. All right, Katie, thank you.